Hi everyone, and welcome to an introduction to Google Drive. So with Google Drive, you can do things like create documents or presentations or spreadsheets or drawings or forms even, like for a customer survey. And all of these really neat tools are located right inside of your Google account. So if you've got a Gmail account, for your email, for example, you can access Google Drive right from in your email, and there's nothing that you need to do. I'll just show you how to access that now. So you'll see that I'm inside of my Gmail email inbox here. And from my inbox, I can go right up to the right-hand side of the screen here and click on this little square icon made up of 9 small squares. And so if I click that, we get a drop down and you see we have an option for Google Drive here. So I'll click on Google Drive. And inside of Google Drive, you'll notice we can create folders to keep things in. And I'll show you how to do that now. So I've got one folder here, but we'll create a new folder, a new example folder. So let's click New here at the top left of the screen and go down to Folder. And we'll name our folder here, Example. And you see that folder show up there. So if we double click on this folder, we see we have no documents inside of the folder yet, but we're going to change that right now. So let's go to New again, and this time instead of clicking Folder, we'll go down to Google Docs. And if we click that, we'll get a new untitled document here. To name our document, I'll click on Untitled Document at the top left, and we'll give it a name. And now that we've done that, let's go ahead and start on the document. Okay, so now that we've got a little bit of something here, I want to show you one more thing, and that is that Google Drive right up here always saves every change we make. So keep an eye on this All Changes Saved in Drive text here, and you'll see that as I start typing, it says saving. So every time I change the document, Google Drive saves that. And when it's done, it says all changes saved in Drive. So now that we've got our document, everything's nice and saved here as like it does automatically for us. We'll go ahead and close the document. And by closing that tab, we're by default taken back to our other tab here where we can see our folder. And now we see that that document is inside of that folder. So to get back to that, all we've got to do is go back to if we click My Drive here, we're taken back to the root. So if we go back there and we click on our example folder, you'll see that the example doc is still there. And if we double click that, it will open up again and all our changes will be there. Okay, so let's close that one more time and go through some of the other options. So if we click New again here at the top left, we also see that we can create a spreadsheet, we can create a slide presentation, which is similar to a Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. And if you go down here to More, we have even more options, such as Google Forms, which is a way for you to create forms that you can then put online, and people can fill out those forms and you can collect that information. So you might have a customer survey that you want to put on your website, for example, and Google Forms would be an excellent way to do that. Okay, and also Google Drawings, which is like Microsoft Paint or some program like that. Okay, so let's create, or excuse me, since we've already created our document here, let's reopen that, and I'm going to show you now how to share this document with someone else. So if you're collaborating on a document, or if you want someone to just take a look and leave comments on your documents, maybe a proofreader or someone like that, we can share this document right from Google Drive with that person. And this is definitely really, really handy if you're collaborating with someone else on creating a document. So from our document, we'll go up to the top right and click on this Share button. Now from this pop-up here, we can share this document. So if we enter someone's email address, this isn't a real email address, but I'm going to use that. I'm not going to actually send this. So we type in an email address. If you want to put a comma, you can type in another email address, as many as you want. And the next thing we want to do is select the permissions that these people are going to get. So right now, Can Edit is selected, which means these people can edit this document. So if you're collaborating on a document, that's the option you want to choose. But if you want someone to just be able to leave a comment, maybe someone who's just proofreading your document for you, you don't really want them making changes, you just want some feedback from them, you can click Can Comment here, or if you want someone to just be able to see it, you can click Can View. The nice thing about this is if you are sharing the document and you're going to be updating it constantly, those people will always be able to go back to that same sort of link and see the updated version of the document. So you don't have to send them a PDF, for example, and then they say, oh, would you change this and that? And then you have to change it and send them another PDF. You can just let them know, no, I made those changes, go ahead and take another look, and they can go back to that same link. So those are some of the reasons you may want to share a Google Doc. You can add a little note to them. For example, I'm sharing this document with you. And then when you're ready, you can click Send to share it to those email addresses. Now, if you prefer, if you want to, let's say, link to a document that you want anyone online to be able to see from your website who click a certain link, you can click on Get Shareable Link here at the top right of this dialog box. And they'll give you a link here that you can simply link to from anywhere you want. You can copy and paste this link into an email. You can use it to link from a website. But if you're going to link from a website or something like that, you want to make sure you have anyone who has the link can view the document. You can also select Can Comment and Can Edit, but for the most part, if you're going to be sharing this on your website with the whole world, you want to just let people view the document. So just make sure that the permission you want selected for the link itself is selected there. And then you can just copy and paste that link into an email or your website or whatever. All right, so I'm going to click Cancel because I don't actually want to send this, but you would click Send, and that would take care of that for you, and that person would then have access to that document. So I hope this helped. I hope this gives you something to work with, and if you have any questions or anything like that, just feel free to leave a comment below in the video, and I will answer that for you the best I can. And I'll see you next time.